y'all. Need some powder. This was like such a rush job, y'all. Lost my eyelashes. I was like, if I can't find my eyelashes, I don't know. We're gonna have to postpone things. You know, a diva can't go on air without lashes. I'll make this small. Right here. Alrighty. Now where's Chris? Well, hi guys. What happened to Chris? You? Oh man.
I'm right here. I'm right
Hey,
here.
everyone. My boy Chris, I am apologizing for being a little tarty. But it was one of those days. You know how it is sometimes. Let Chris, I let you in. Come on in. I had to invite my boy Chris. I don't want y'all thinking I don't love my people, my native people. So
Mm.
I invited Mr. Chris Attoh. Attoh. Attoh? How do I say it?
Yep. You say
Where
you say it perfect.
Hey, there
You
you
say
go.
it perfect.
You guys may remember this cutie pie from A House Divided. He played the brother that beat my butt. You and like, was it maybe three other guys? Like just so I wanted to invite Chris on to be our drum roll, please. Hottie of the week. Up and coming heartthrob, Mr. Chris Attoh. How are you, Chris?
I am doing great. Thank you so much, Paula, for having me.
Of
This is
course.
exciting.
You're such a cutie pie. I want to get in your head, as I like to say on this show. Welcome, everyone. If you haven't been before, this is the forum. I'm Paula J. Parker, and this is Mr. Chris Attoh, our guest for the week. Okay, Chris, let's start from the beginning. Where are you from? Because all the ladies have been asking me who you are. And I know there are some other shows that you're on right now as well. So
Uh-huh.
what's going
Uh-huh.
on? Chris, why do you keep taking your face off? How you gonna talk and your
I
face come on?
you know what? I'm trying to figure this out as well. No, there you go. I think we're good. I think we're
There you
good.
go. Okay. Where you from?
Well, so first of all, thank you again for having me, Paula. I am from a beautiful little place called Ghana in West Africa.
Wow.
Um,
Ghanaian.
we have some really great food. We have a lot of gentlemen because we're very close to our mamas. So we taught from a very start to be a gentleman, know how to treat a woman. That's important.
Very much so. So explain to me, because I've heard it in a couple of films, that there's some type of rivalry between the Ghanaians and the Nigerians. Is that accurate? Would I be accurate in saying that?
You know what? So I wouldn't call it rivalry. I think what it is just misplaced love. You know, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians, when you trace it all the way back to history,
Oh no.
it's the same, it's the same people.
Right.
And there
Period.
you go. There you
Yes.
go. And a
But it's
few of them
maybe
migrated
tribal. Is it maybe tribal?
exactly. Exactly, because the Ghanaians literally migrated further down the coast, and what that did is it just created that segregation. As soon as that happened, everybody's like, my jollof is better than yours.
Okay.
So it's
So
about the
who's
jollof
who's hood?
wars.
Who's more hood?
Come,
The
come.
Ghanaians or the Nigerians?
You got a bit of hood everywhere, but you know what?
Good answer.
Everything in Ghana tastes and looks much better. Period.
Okay, I know where I'm going. So tell me what it was like growing up in Ghana. How long were you there? Your whole childhood?
So I was born and raised in Ghana, but my dad used to travel around a lot because he used to do photographs for the president at the time,
Oh, wow.
President Kwame Nkrumah. So he would.
Whoa! I named
Oh yeah.
my child after him. Yes. Wow.
Oh, of
Yes.
course.
Wonderful, Van Glorious, Jackson, and Kuruma Martin. So I just may
There you
be
go.
Ghanaian. I don't know. I'm gonna get it's still sitting over there in the box, you guys. Maybe this conversation will prompt me to go on and get my I think I have to it came with a swab and then I send it
Oh,
in and then I'll know the area or region you know, they don't
You
know
gotta
my
check
culture.
it out.
But I
You
do,
gotta
don't
check
I?
it
So,
out.
but tell me about it, because here in America, I don't want to sound ignorant, but we are ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't really know our people like that. Like, all the images that I grew up watching were like cartoons. And then I remember National Enquirer, all the images that we are fed about our people in Africa are not, you know, progressive. Let me put it that way.
Right.
And I remember
Right.
being embarrassed in elementary school when my teacher showed a picture of Africa and her peoples. I was the only little
Yeah.
black girl in the class, and no one had a shirt on, and they were jamming, but I was embarrassed. And my teacher took me outside, like, you know, these are your roots, because roots had just come out. These are your people. I'm
Yep.
putting this on so
Yep.
you will learn to stand tall and not be ashamed, or, you know, because we didn't
There
know.
you go.
So can you kind of help me understand what it was or what it's like? I mean, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna guess it's Gotti. Oh no, it's
Well,
Derek, the innovator. I like your hair.
Thank you.
You look very handsome. And I heard your beat. Man, you getting better and better every week. You must have heard my words, and because last week, y'all, I was kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, Chris, this is Derek, Chris.
What up, D? What up, Derek? I'm looking forward to hearing some of those beats.
Last week I was like, yo, D, the beat, I don't know. Derek went away, came back, so funky. This week it has like a little bit of an Oriental thing going on. Could you say? Could you feel that, Derek?
Just give you different flavor.
I love it. So we're talking to Chris. He's telling us what it was like growing up in Africa. Could you turn your thank you, D?
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
Okay. This is a very professional show over here.
Yeah. You tell them, Paula.
Okay,
hey,
let's talk. Kick it with me.
Hold up. Before we get into it, like seriously, I have to tell you, Paula, I saw you recently on Them. I love your work. You already know I love your work.
Thank you. Well, we work together. We have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love, both of the actors that starred in Them are African. And I want to say the young lady might be Nigerian, but I'm not sure. So don't quote me, but she's absolutely gorgeous. Deborah. So I had a ball on that. I learned a lot. It was really, really classy, a really classy project. Shout out to little Marvin and Lena Waits. So back to you, talking to you.
Back to me.
So, I want to dispel all the, I guess stereotypes that I've grown up thinking. Like, you didn't grow up in a hut. There's no goonie goo goo. I mean, you tell me about it. How did you grow up? What's it like growing up in Africa?
You know what? It is still a place that is deeply rooted in its culture. Oh, wow. And that is something that, can be very much appreciated, especially in these parts and in today's world where we forget about the little things. Mm-hmm. You really do grow up in a village, where even when your parents are not around, you could still get smacked by somebody just overlooking you if you're doing the wrong thing. You really are raised by a village.
Yes.
And you're raised to care for the next person. It's about rising up the ladder together and looking after one another. And that's another thing we have in our native tongue. We say, if you're able to think about the other person, look after the other person, when they're doing the same thing about you, then it's a chain reaction. Right. But I definitely did not grow up in a hut. I do have the experience. It can be very, 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 very discombobulating, but at the same time, there's a lot of freedom in just being in a hut. But I can tell you this.
So there are really huts. There are huts.
There are really huts.
I want to go one day. I'm going one day. Phrase it that way.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yes,
we gotta go.
I would love it because I like traveling with natives. Because then I'll know, where to get the good smoke. I'm just gonna be honest, because I'm not trying to go out of town and get got
Careful
on
now.
some old, buggy. So I'm just
There
saying,
you
I'm
go.
just being real, I'm just playing, but really I'm not.
I
So,
gotta warn you, a lot of good stuff on the other side.
of course it is the motherland. I wouldn't expect anything less. So it is hot. There are huts.
It is hot. There
What
are
about
huts, but
animals?
you get a
Are
bit
there
of both
animals
worlds.
walking around?
Heck no. So that's the thing. There you have the best of both worlds. You want to see animals, you want to see hats. Exactly. There's a place you can go. But there's also a huge metropolitan side that's growing every day. There's, skyscrapers, there's iPads, there's everything you have on this end over there. I mean, we're very competitive people. We're very big on education.
Right.
And you have to be, your grades always have to be in the top 10. Or else what are you talking about?
Right.
And honestly, I think that's part of some of the magic that I'm bringing out here to the world. I want to be able to share that with the world and share where we're coming from, and
I would love
remind people of the little things.
Yes, there are so many great films coming out of Africa. Yes, coming out of Africa right now, Ghana and Nigeria. So that's right. The best. So you grew up in a house?
I did, in a house.
Okay. And then you went to elementary, middle, high school.
There you go. There you go.
Did you go to acting classes?
There you go.
Did you go to acting?
I mean, I found myself doing all kinds of things before I fell into acting.
Oh, really?
But I think that all helps. That all helps because, you take your experiences from everywhere.
Right.
And you put that together, you live under those false pretenses to give people that great performance.
That's right.
But this is where I find myself. This is where I find my blessing. If you're watching and you're looking for where your passion is, where your keys are, where your blessings are, that's always going to be in your passion. That's always going to be in the thing that you're called to do. And once you find that, you gotta
that's the blessing of life. You got to battle down. So what were you planning on doing while you were in Africa? What brought you to America? Did you come here to learn, to go to school? Where did you study? Did you study?
So the interesting thing is I had most of my education both in Ghana, and then I went through to the UK, to London, where I also studied acting at Pinewood Studios. But taking back some of that, to Africa and to Ghana, it just got to a point where I had a pretty successful career, but I wanted more. I wanted a bigger platform. I wanted a bigger stage. And I wanted to be able to share what I have with the world. And I felt like I couldn't possibly do that unless I was here, unless I was in Los Angeles, unless I was in Hollywood.
Right.
Because it hones you. It's a completely different ball game. There is so much more demanded of the actor out here. It's more discipline. It's more work. It's a lot of everything out here. And honestly, for me, just a rise in the career, it seemed like the natural thing to do.
Right. So in Africa, is everything still segregated? Is there like a Black Hollywood where all the filmmakers are Black, all the film companies are Black, or is it more of a mixture? Or have they maintained their segregation? Or how is the film game in Ghana, Africa?
So it's both the blessing and the curse, because, and I say that only because the segregation creates the uniqueness of every territory and every story and what everybody's selling. But you do get a fine mix also in places like South Africa and the South African.
That's what I figured. Right, in South Africa.
There you go. But every story is definitely unique to each territory. You've got the West African stories, you've got the East African stories, the South African stories. Even in North Africa, they're making some pretty good movies.
Right. Okay, so You went to London, you studied at Pine Theatre, Pine Studios, sorry darling. With so posh.
That's all
I
right.
love it, I love it. You came back here, and how did that happen? You just jumped on a plane one day. Is your family still back in Ghana? Your parents?
That is correct. That is
And what do
correct.
your parents do? I know you were telling me your dad is a journalist. I think. Did you say a photojournalist?
That's correct. He is he was a photojournalist, and he's no longer with us, but he was also a native chief of Jamestown.
And, oh wow! And when so you're a prince. Yeah,
I am a prince, the real deal.
I got an African. We got an African prince.
This is the real deal.
Let me show y'all what it's like to talk to an African prince. Y'all better watch the show. If y'all ain't watching, y'all ain't knowing. You got an African prince. Y'all better
keep your eyes on that lady, man. Okay. You know what she knows what she's talking about.
And I didn't know you were Prince. I think you did mention it to me before, but stuff like that goes in and out my ears because I got so much going on. But I'm honored, Your Highness, and I think that's super cool. So,
man, girl, what you talking about? I'm gonna be like, yo, talk to me like you were talking to me on the show. Yeah, I'm like, Paula.
Negro, please. You still a nigga to me. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna give you Your Highness. I give you a couple of Your Highnesses and bow my head a couple times. You know, if I met Meghan Markle, I do a little curtsy, and she's still a nigga too. I'm just saying, you know.
So we talking to the real coming to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, D.
Yeah.
That's right, D.
That's right, the original. That's right.
To the real coming to America.
Hey.
Okay,
I tell you what, though, I'm trying not to sow my royal oats everywhere, though. I promise you, we're about more than that.
I see how you be trying. Wink, wink. Trying. Wink, wink. So, okay, so when did your dad pass away? I'm sorry to hear that. Recently, or has it been some time?
It's been 2 years, two Octobers ago, and I miss him very much. But you know what? It definitely put me more on my game. It reminds me of every word that he said to me. And my daddy always said, "You got to be a part of something bigger than yourself as part of my journey and what brings me out here." I mean, what could be bigger than this?
So, did he get to see any of your success? Has he seen you on this show? I know this is our 5th season. What season is this?
5th season.
It is?
Yeah, we just moved on to 5th season. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, well, yeah, he got to watch me kick your sweet behind, Paula.
Yeah. I know you smile down because you know it's just acting. You know it's
just acting. And you know I love you too much.
I know
you know I love you too. I couldn't raise a finger. You know what? Man should never raise a finger, period.
Exactly.
You know,
and it was crazy the way the fans of the show went off. Like they said they were inundated with all kinds of we broke their internet at I think it's All Black channel now.
Yep.
So you know, we did our thing. You did your thing. You beat me down. You beat me down. You've been working ever since. So I'm very proud of you for that. So let's get back to your dad and him shipping you off to America to act. So he kind of, was your gravy train. You didn't really have to worry too much about getting work
out here.
Because now that it's gone, and you mentioned that now you've basically become a man because you realize there is no, backup plan. There's no dad to bail me out. Either I sink or I swim, and swimming is a whole lot better. It's easier to breathe.
Indeed.
So that got you lit a fire. And talk about, how long have you been here in America?
I've been in the States for a couple of years now, but in Los Angeles for about four and counting. They say you got to be in here 7 years. 7 years to be a true athlete, right?
But it takes 10 years before you get your first big lead. So
well,
you'll
I'm still counting.
you could, but you're a man, you know, and you're blessed, and you're a prince. Prince Chris Attoh.
And I know Paula died.
Yeah, you
so,
know,
either
you're
way,
doing well.
I'm good.
Just be patient, enjoy the ride. There are so many
Thank you, Paula.
chicks I'm sure would love to take care of you while you wait.
Oh,
so look, he's gonna say, "Oh,"
I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
That's what
Okay,
we
so
take
is
care
that an option? Like, are you allowed to have a harem? Like, how many women are you legally allowed to marry? Why?
Oh my God!
This week, y'all. This week.
Yeah, you got me with that one.
That's
Well,
genuine. Look at
you know what?
They're gonna sit up.
Yeah, I want to hear. I'm trying to hear how many wives.
Hey D, you see how she caught me in the corner? All I'm gonna say is, look, where I'm from, we all trying to be the wisest man on the planet. The wisest man on the planet was Solomon. Solomon had quite a harem, and I'm just gonna say it takes wisdom to live with these beautiful women. Right. So you got to be smart, don't break any hearts, be faithful, be loyal, but
you have to have enough
every
money
experience
to
is beautiful.
Afford
absolutely.
Wives. Solomon was the richest man on earth, so he could afford all those
there
wives.
You go.
So let's
there you go.
It is not a happy home, I would think, with multiple wives in the first place, but let all y'all be broke.
Never a dull moment.
Somebody get cut up in here.
Never a dull moment.
So since you're a prince, you just take them to Africa.
There you go.
So you definitely didn't grow up in a hut. Did you? You grew up in a house. You said you all were doing well. Your father was the official photographer for Kwame Nkrumah, and
for President
life was
Kwame
great.
Nkrumah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Life was great. You came over here. Did you study when you got here, or did you go straight into getting an agent? And how did that process work for you?
You know,
and did you come here first? Where'd you go first?
So I was in the DC area for a little bit, but I did realize very quickly, Paula, that I had to re-educate myself. I had to bring things up to the standards that are expected out here. And I would say, re-education, retraining. In fact, training consistently is always a great idea. You can't go wrong.
So you keep alluding to it. So I'm just gonna say it. In Africa, they nigger rig. Because it's a bunch of niggas working, a bunch of niggas running shit. They nigger rig. Because you try to be nice and be like, it's not as professional, it's not as organized. Niggas be like, I'll get there when I get there. What are you asking me for? I don't know where that comment is. What's going on?
You know what?
What's going on?
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. You know what? Here's the thing. It's a very determined but still growing industry. Right. So we are not there, but we are creating some magic.
I think it would be a beautiful thing for you to organize some type of film community or like a film festival in Ghana where it only takes training, because there's nowhere in the world like California when it comes to the film industry.
No.
So, it just takes you going back and taking what you learned back home and implementing it and not getting caught up.
That's how I'm taking to Ghana, Paula. You already know this. We go. You gonna go train.
Yes, I'm with it. So what you said, there was a saying that meant this, but you didn't say it. Can you speak it for me in your language?
Osha obisoa obinsobesho. And that is from the language tree. And what it just means is you look out for your brother, your brother will look out for you. And it's like a chain, because if each chain is linked and everybody looking after each other, that will go around. And
so do you have a Ghanaian crew out here? Are there you got folk, do you guys, do y'all communicate, keep in touch?
Not enough of them. I am working on opening up a little Ghanaian restaurant, and I will let you know when
Oh,
sometime soon.
good.
But
That's very smart.
we can
Very
share some of
smart.
those delicious.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Is
yes.
it a communal? Is it communal eating, or does everyone get their
Yeah,
own plate? Or in India, I know in some places they do. Ethiopia.
no. So it's definitely everyone does get their own plate. In places where that happens, then you want to share that family bond because there
So
is something.
is it like soul
about that.
food? Did we like get our influences from like home?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I figured. I figured.
Yes, and everything is organic. Like everything is organic.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, and I'm sure it's bigger and healthier and fresher, everything. So you're out here now. You came from DC. You're out here. How have you acclimated to Los Angeles? How do you like it? I know you said you are having a hard time because I was in Louisiana and it was hot. I give it to them, but all the women were barely clothed. And I was like, and they were like, well, that's because it's hot. I was like, it's hot in Africa, but they got on long dresses and big old turbans on. So
there you go.
So that's how I kind of view it or equate it. Like they're a lot more modern.
Stereotyping.
Huh, baby?
What was that, D?
I said, ain't that's like TV stereotyping? That's what we see on TV.
Well, no, but that's what they told me. I can only go by what the natives said. I'm not stereotyping what I saw. If I see it with my own eyes, and women in Louisiana, they dress very tightly. Very tightly.
Yeah, I know.
Right. How's it a stereotype if you know?
No, I'm talking about not Louisiana. I'm talking about Africa.
Oh, Africa. Well, okay, is that not accurate? Do they not wear long dresses and turbans? Do they dress very tightly as well?
I mean, yeah, they wear a lot of stuff that definitely accentuates the body,
Okay, well, you're right, Derek. Thank you, sir. I am checked. I can imagine African women dressing very tightly. But the majority of them, don't they wear long dresses and turbans or beautiful African prints? Not prints like you, print like the fabrics. Yes, no.
Right, yeah. So? Prints like the fabric. You just reminded me, I got something I gotta be sending you later on, some nice kente. Paula, I'm gonna send you some nice kente from Ghana.
I love that. I sew my masks, I'll make pajamas, I'll make myself a dashiki, make my kid one. Thank you. That's a great gift for me. I would love that. I'm a sewer. Thank you. So
I got you.
Tell me, are the women more demure in Africa than here in America?
Either way, you got these beautiful melanin sisters. I would say, at the end of the day, just even meeting the women here reminds you that we all from Africa. It's one way or the other. There's always something very similar.
You ought to be a politician one day. You have a very effective way of skirting around the skirt. So I'll let that go for now. I'll come back around and pick it back up.
Okay.
Because I see you, my brother. I saw the sex scene you had with the pretty Ethiopian girl. And, I see all the flies coming through. So I'm sure a queen bee will appear eventually.
Soon.
But in the meantime, I know LA. And I know LA women. And there's no woman in the world like an LA woman. So not the natives, but the imports. So I know that it's a whole different kind of game than the ladies in Africa.
She said it 3 times.
Is your mom from Africa still alive? She's still with us, I mean.
Yes. Mama is great. I managed, we got to spend Mama's Day together. She came out here to visit for a little bit. She went back.
And what did she think about it here? I see she went back. What did she think about being out here? Is she worried about it? Does she want you to marry a Ghanaian woman?
My mama just wants her grandkids. She don't matter what's going on.
She would be proud.
But
oh, my son married an American girl. She would be proud. Maybe
that'd be the real coming to America.
Okay, if you loved her, if you loved her, she'd be happy. So, what does she think about it out here? How does she think? Does she think you look too skinny? What was she like? Is she happy?
I got that a lot. Are you eating properly? Are you
Right.
cooking? Don't be eating all this food. Make sure you're cooking.
So, what did you do for Mother's Day for your mom?
So she absolutely loves to cook. So we had a big cookout for Mother's Day. I had a few cousins over. I think that at the end of the day, I don't get to see her throughout the year. So whenever I'm with her, it's magic alone. It don't matter what we do.
Oh, how nice. What about you, Derek? What you do for your mama for Mother's Day?
Just took her to dinner.
Oh, where'd you go?
Just hung out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's it.
That's nice.
Spectacular. Her birthday coming up, so
Oh, okay. What's this, April? This is April.
Oh, we're in May. We're in May.
Oh, gosh, y'all, child. I just be losing time.
Yo.
When you having fun?
This is her birthday.
Huh?
Hey, it's my birthday in 2 days. I'm planning. I'm not even sure what I'm planning for sure, but I'm gonna be celebrating.
That makes you a Taurus. You're a Taurus.
I am.
Oh, you nasty. That's why right there, you can't find nobody nice and settle down, and you talking about harems and carrying on. That's it right there, right there, right there. You done said it all. That's all you had to say.
Hey,
Taurus. A birthday is in 2 days. So I'm gonna have to call you the 16th. The 16th. And you're gonna have a little celebration. Good for you.
The 17th. Yep.
Oh, you're the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you. That's nice. I like that. So I'm very proud of you, and I wanted to introduce you to the people. This my boy, y'all. This my boo, and you will be seeing a lot more of this young man. He's a very talented actor, but more than that, you are a kind spirit. You really, really are. You are a bit of a rogue. So yes, I am going to, as Mama, tell you to reel it in a little bit. Leave them hoes alone. You laughing. I'm serious. I see you. You be good. I love you. I genuinely do.
I love you.
So
I love you even more.
Let's get into the politics. It's 9:04. Let's talk about the vaccination. Now, are you, Chris? Have you?
No, not yet. I'm not looking at getting vaccinated till it's time. I'm not in a hurry because you know what? Where I'm from, honestly, we would be preaching more of get your lemon on, make sure you're running, make sure you staying healthy. We won't be preaching vaccinations. This whole thing.
How was it? I'm glad to hear that your mom is healthy. How did it affect Ghana? How did COVID?
You know what? I would say this. I mean, definitely COVID came through and changed a lot of things all over the world. It did not leave Ghana out of it. A lot of people I know, and a lot of people that I don't know, lost people that they love, and if you did, then, my heart goes out to you. But again, I would say it would just remind you to be more aware of looking after each other, looking after oneself. But that would mean, that would mean more turmeric and more lemons and more ginger, and it can't come down to just the vaccination.
We had Rusty Cundiff on last week, and he's he's an alpha. I don't know if that is a good reference for you, not being, but an alpha man is an alpha man. So he's it's an alpha man, he's the alpha. Whereas like the Omegas are, ooh, hey, you know, Alpha, first man, because they are first man. They're the first fraternity. So they're very, I'm very alpha. I'm the alpha man.
Right.
Then Omega is the last.
Alpha is the
right. So Omegas are the last. So they're like, they're still dogs. Ho, dog, ho. So Rusty is an alpha. So he's very classy. And we were talking about the vaccination. And of course, he got it because he's classy. But, you know, I'm not so much. And Angela Gibbs, who is Marla Gibbs' daughter, they're very down home Detroit chicks as well. I was born in Detroit, so hey. Anyway. Okay, so they were like hell about so Rusty kind of shut down, y'all. He was like, I gotta go pick up my daughter. So he sent me a text and I wanted to read it. He said, thanks, Paula. That was lots of fun. Okay. I wanted to talk more about the God issues. But the vaccination, I couldn't. But I would like you to count on God, of course. But maybe this is how God is helping us in this pandemic by creating the scientists and the doctors that can help our people. People use God selectively. They don't see both sides. If you think it is going to do much help, stop smoking ganja.
All I got from that was smoke the ganja.
Rusty, I didn't see that part.
Gee.
Just let God do it. Okay, no, I don't think I would do that. But ganja comes from God, Rusty.
Yep.
Okay, just something to think about. So I told him I would read that to the peoples because one of my favorite people, once again, Miss Tina Lifford, everybody. She made a great point. She said all the white folks is doing it. If all the white folks is doing it, some must be white with it.
That's why she went ahead and did it.
But my Mother's Day, let me go back here first. My Mother's Day was great. Thanks for asking, gentlemen.
I was getting there.
Yeah. Anyway, my son had a game the day before, and I knew he didn't get me anything, whatever. He's 12. But I figured he'd make me a card. I was wrong. He did get me a card. But he said, I'm going to hit a home run for you, Mom. I said, yeah. Of course you are, baby. Because we mothers, it don't matter what we think in our hearts, because for some reason, we never really think our kids are as special as they are. Like, everybody sees it before we do. So even though you think in your mind, yeah, sure, that's so
boo.
What's my boo? But I'll be damned if he didn't knock that ball over the fence and then look over and say,
what you talking about? Of course he's special. Look at his mama.
So I got to keep the ball. He signed the ball and said Happy Mother's Day, wrote Happy Mother's Day on the ball. So that was my Mother's Day, you guys. It was, I swear to you, I never thought I'd see the day. I teared up. So while we were in the stands, one of the mamas, they got masks on, so they think they can talk shit nowadays.
Just because they got masks on.
Because you got a mask on.
They got masks on?
Yeah, because you got a mask on. You're going to talk some shit. So one of them was like, oh, she accidentally touched me. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got my vaccinations, both of them, so you don't have to worry. And then they looked at me like, uh-oh, I know you didn't. And I didn't say anything because, it's really no one's business. Even though I asked, I don't really talk about it because, I'm still undecided. I'm still looking and doing, my options. But
yeah.
So the other lady was like, well, we're going to have to start having a segregated. Did y'all catch that word?
Yes.
A segregated section for those with stars on theirs and those without stars on theirs. You guys do get the Dr. Seuss reference. Does anybody remember the stars on theirs? When you got a star, you was fancy. If you didn't have a star, you was not fancy. So they said they do it at most Dodgers games now, but the new thing is they want to segregate the people from the vaccinated and the non-vaccinated, which just happen to be the blacks and the whites for, all intents and purposes. We're mostly against it, and they're running to get it like it's a gun or something, or, I don't know, lollipops, I don't know, money. So what do you all think about that? Do you think it's a new form of segregation, Chris?
You know what? I think that no matter what we do, segregation will always be a part of us, but the choice is always going to be up to the individual. Like you and me, Paula, we've decided to wait until and take a look and see what's going on before we even make any kind of move. Others may not agree with that, I don't know. D, what do you think?
Derek?
I go with Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean the same thing you believe.
Go ahead. Oh, you're done. Okay. Speaking of segregation, I like segregation. I think that the Black community here in America lost a lot of wealth due to integration. So would you agree that Africa is a lot, and not just because of the diamonds, even though we may be more lax in our ways of doing business, I do believe we are a stronger, wealthier country, Africa, than American Blacks. Would you agree?
I think that there's wealth on both sides, but I see what you mean. The fact that I did say that, we're still deeply rooted in our culture, there's always going to be advantages to that and disadvantages to that.
The richest people, period, in the world are African.
Yep, absolutely.
A lot of that slave money, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, we got a lot of natural resources. You got gold, walking up the road.
Everything. Yes, everything. So back to the segregation. So now you can get a little card. They give a card. So you have to have your vaccination card. They're complaining about the cards now, y'all, because some of the cards are fancy, depending on where you go, laminated. And some of them, they just write on there, this is, just ghetto.
What?
So
I'll
that's
take mine up.
Thing is they are going to start allowing us to take our masks off if you've been, if you got the shots. But if you didn't, you're supposed to keep your mask on. And it's not for their protection, it's for ours. Because the vaccine is not going to keep you from getting COVID. It's just going to help if you do get it. You probably 99.99% won't die. So because we haven't been vaccinated, we're not, as immune. They're not immune. We're just not as immune. So them not wearing masks means we have to for our own protection if we choose not to get, the shot, which to me is our right as Americans. But if it's going to mean that I have to sit somewhere else and drink a separate water fountain and go to separate bathrooms and my child got to go to another school, I mean,
there you go.
Is that American? People, I ask you, Chris,
what?
Is that American? Is that American, guys? Especially when people are still dying every day from the shot and with the shot.
I'm with you on that.
Is it American to tell me that I have to take a shot that you're not even really, you haven't even perfected yet. My girlfriend's sister passed away last week, a week after getting the shot. Go ahead, Derek. What are you saying?
No, I was about to say nothing. I was about to say nothing.
What would make you get the shot, Derek?
Say that again?
What would make you get the shot?
I don't know.
Cops would have to come and drag you to get the shot?
Probably.
Would work make you? That's the only thing that would make me happy.
That's the only thing that make me is work.
My coinage.
Work. Yeah, that's the only thing that make me.
And
you know what I mean. But I'm gonna take it to the end.
Right. To the last man standing. That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe work and travel. Like if you got to travel,
that's it.
Nobody travel no more. Maybe I might consider that.
Right. But only if it kept me from working. Like,
yeah,
I don't have to travel. I ain't got to go nowhere. I'm good. I'll be good. But if you keep me from my coinage,
Paula, we going to Ghana now, Paula.
Then that means I got to travel because I got coinage in Ghana. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So that means I got to get the shot if that's what they're saying. But I do not appreciate being judged or condemned or put on some type of witch hunt. Like, they just kept going on and on, these ladies behind these masks. I'm going to make my son get it the minute it's on the market. Her kid was, I think she said 14. Because now they just passed a law, they're going to be giving it to 12-year-olds. My son is 12. So if it means he can't go to school, so be it.
Yeah.
Be in the house.
Hey, Paula, did y'all see the video where, this lady got the shot and she put a metal coin on that part and it's stuck. It's like a magnet. It's just stuck. No. It was like whatever's underneath the skin felt like metal.
So, what do you mean? Whatever was underneath the skin? What was it? A shot? Liquid?
Nope. After she got the shot,
something was underneath the skin.
So whatever's going on with the shot or whatever's going on with whatever she took, it made this whole thing.
After my mom got the shot, she developed a blood clot in her thigh, like something was underneath there.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Now that you mention it. So wait a minute, you're telling me, Chris, wait a minute, because if they're trying to turn my mom into an alien, I'm going to have a problem. We already aliens by birth. Don't be trying to turn us into what are they grown? So what happened now, Chris? There's something in there, like it doesn't dissipate like a liquid. It just sits in a chunk.
You take anything metal, you put it on there, on this side, nothing happens. You put it on the side that you got the shot and it stayed right there. Like a magnet.
She didn't find that. She didn't find that odd. She was like, "Hey, look, everybody, look at my shot. I'm a refrigerator."
Wink.
Oh my.
Yo, just keep your immune system high. Keep your heart good. Keep your joys up.
I will not be bullied by white people wearing masks into getting something that I don't want or want my son to have. And that is what I'm feeling like right now. I'm feeling like I'm being bullied. Black people. First of all, don't assume I don't have a shot. Because I might be an alpha that wants a shot. Black people that want a shot. I'm not, but I could be. So don't assume I don't have the shot simply because of the color of my skin tone. But she said, because out here, racism is interesting in California. They will give it to you like, oh yes, I'm getting my kitchen remodeled. She's middle brown. I mean, she's not fair or dark. She's just in the middle brown, my kitchen. They were talking about me.
Oh, my.
I was listening to some music. I turned it up. I said, oops, upside your head. Say, oops, upside your head. Oops, upside. Because see, bitch, I can be subliminal too.
Yeah.
What you
They
think
don't
that
get that.
mean? I like my little, it's a little ruddy right now because only here. Y'all need to go over here and watch me on Facebook. I got the Make Me Look Pretty app on. So yeah. Yeah, so there is that subliminal racism out here that I can deal with because I think racism is stupid. But it makes no sense. And I love everybody. So yeah, but anyway, that was the conversation. Stars on Stars. And I really do hope that America is not just fishing for something to be racist about. They're gonna just find something, you know. So let it go, y'all. If you got the shot and you're worried about somebody that doesn't have the shot, keep your mask on. Be on the safe side. You don't know what's gonna happen. So, but don't try to make me get the shot because you got the shot. Don't try to turn me into a refrigerator because you a refrigerator. Got metal sticking to you and carrying on. So,
Paula,
do you invest, Chris? Do you play the stocks? Because it's huge now. It's like ever since we've been broke, and America has figured that they cannot be the great conglomerate they want to be nation if everybody ain't rich. How you gonna be a great nation and only 1% are wealthy? Exactly. That makes no sense. So finally, they're starting to tell us whole Negro folk how they've been making money through the ages. And you know it's playing the stocks. So, Chris, teach me some things. You play. It's forum. Teach us, what do we do when we go on the stocks? What are we supposed to be looking for, and how do you play?
You know, the only thing I'm just gonna say with the stock market is, and I do play. I definitely do dabble. I trade some options. I trade some forex. And what I would say is, look, the thing with the stock market is, you don't want to be like a casino. With a casino, you're gambling. With the stock market, you need to at least know what you're doing, and you want to just make sure that all the odds are in your favor. Period. You know, do you think that a casino? About maybe about 7 years now. I've only gotten deeper in the last 3 years.
Did your dad play?
Yes, he did. That was one of the things he played.
It's definitely, and wealth is inherited. If you grow up in a household where people are wealth-minded, and do not confuse being wealth-minded with being avarice or greedy, but being aware that wealth is what propels the people, the family, you know, the nation. So when you grow up with that type of knowledge, you're more likely to follow in that path. Unfortunately, most of us in America are either first or second generation wealth. So we don't grow up, you know, with someone in our ear or hearing our parents talk about, yeah, I just lost or I just gained in the stock market. My godmother in her later years, God bless her soul, she was an esthetician and did invest in this new little blue pill called Viagra. She died. She died a millionaire. Yeah, she got a tip at work and invested in the early stages and died a millionaire. So, you know, Miss Thelma, shout out to you, Auntie Thelma. But yes, so what are some of the pitfalls? Because my husband and I, we're just getting our feet wet. And we invested in the Doge coins. And then that sucker duck went on Saturday Night Live and told everybody. He must have known black folks was gonna put some money into it. Y'all big us up to tear us down. You tell us to go invest in some stuff. We go invest in stuff. We recognize the name. My son is Doge on the video game. I said, okay, honey, let's invest in some of this Doge. And then here come, what's his name? Tesla. Mr. Elon, he gonna get on Saturday. Mr. Elon Musk. Why you got your rich ass on Saturday Night Live anyway? You gonna have some money.
Oh my God! You heard he created a school. He started off with a little, it started off a school with a small bunch of people, and it's growing.
I'm so proud of him. I just be
I
talking, y'all. Don't just understand that the words that come out of my mouth do not reflect necessarily the opinions of anybody else in the world. Take it and leave it, or don't.
They just
So go ahead, Elon Musk. Yes, I am a huge fan.
There you go.
So he's got a school, you were saying. I'm sure.
He is created, yes, he's created a school, and he is doing his own kinds of teaching. And what he does is he's not putting people in grades. He's got everybody is in the same grade, But the reason why I call on that example is that something like trading is not taught in schools.
And
the
that
education
should be. Don't you agree? I totally agree. It should be taught in schools. So I'm gonna let these guys in a second. But now they have a new app for kids that I saw like being advertised, where they're at least recognizing that children need to grow up hearing us talk about investing our money, talk about playing the stocks. They can be tricky, but they definitely will advance your wealth. Like you talked about having, what'd you call them, commons or something? What'd you call that you had? Options?
Well, trading in options and trading in forex, you got to know the different types. But
What
yeah, no, go on.
What are options?
Options is you have to know. Options allows you to play the game in maybe all three fields: forex, the stock market, and then because some people just play forex. And if you're playing forex and you limit it, options gives you a bit more leverage on everything.
So when I looked at it, so is it kind of like playing the field if you're shooting craps? Options is kind of like the field. I'm not talking about playing the field, Prince Chris. Playing the field.
Did you catch my wink there?
So of course you like options. Of course, did you catch my wink there? I like options. I play options.
I love you guys.
So you invest in more than, so it's kind of like when I looked at it, my husband showed me what it looked like. It reminds it's like GTA. Does anybody out there play GTA? If you play GTA, you kind of already are playing, because you can play the stocks in GTA, and it kind of teaches you what it is. So I kind of get the different fields that you can play in, the different, subcategories and categories. So let's welcome in. It is just about 9:30, and like this show, Chris, in case you didn't know, is really a rap battle as well. Like, it's not just about the politics, because nobody else is talking about it. I figure, why not me? Even though I think China might be mad at me. They hacked me, y'all. But hey, sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry. Nothing personal. I just tell it, I spit facts. I love Chinese people.
Spit the facts. Spit the facts.
I try not to spit on.
Hey, before you let him in, just before I quickly get out of here.
Okay, so now you're gonna roll out. You're not gonna stay and be a judge.
Oh, I get to judge.
Man, yeah, you don't know nothing. Y'all don't listen to rap in Africa.
Of course we do. We got some local good stuff too.
Okay. I would love to hear African battle rap. I bet Africans would get in your butt, Hater. So, Hater, this is Chris. Chris, this is Jason the Hater. So, Jason, hey, you want to roll up in here early. What are your thoughts on the vaccine? Have you gotten your vaccination yet?
Yes, I did go.
Good for you.
Vaccinated.
And what were your reasons?
Well, mainly because being around my mom. So, I just don't want to be responsible for passing anything on to her.
Right. Or vice versa. Because, your mom doesn't have it. Doesn't get her shot.
Yeah, she got her shots.
Oh, well, y'all both, okay. All right.
But yeah, I just I didn't get mine because she got hers. I just got mine. So, I don't want to be the one that, making her sick.
Well, thank you for wishing me happy Mother's Day, Jason. You are the only one. I appreciate you. And I hope you gave your mommy a happy Mother's Day from me as well. That lady I love. Hi, Jay Discreet. Are you with this? You look real fly. I like your look. I like your look. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a Mississippi raised, Chicago born hip hop artist, spoken word artist.
All right. Well, you're American made. I'll call you American made.
Oh yeah.
So how long have you been rapping?
I have been rapping now 8 years.
Nice. Have you made any records or this right here is our resident DJ / producer extraordinaire, Derek. So he's the one.
What's up, Derek?
Oh, I'm sorry. Frequency. I forget people's aliases.
It's all good.
Frequency pusher.
Okay.
And he made the beat. And did you like it? It's got a little Oriental flair to it. He's really great. And this battle is to win a beat. He's giving away a beat to somebody who wants a beat. Free production out here in Cali. Get on the track. You might get me and Kurupt to get on there with you. So
let's do it.
People have been talking about wanting to get on, so I'm inviting people on. And I'm glad you came, Jay. So, Jay, did you say you did or didn't? Have you ever dropped anything yet? And how do you know Hater? How'd you get down with his crew?
Well, I have several projects out actually.
All right.
I have a series entitled Walk the Line. It's a 3-part series, and I met the Hater on the Memphis hip hop scene, and we actually done a couple shows together.
Okay, so what is the Memphis hip hop scene like? What does that mean exactly?
It's a lot of hungry Memphis artists, and a lot of us have taken a lot of initiative to make our own opening. So even though I'm a hip hop artist, I've thrown several shows myself. When I felt like people weren't booking me, I booked myself, and I learned a lot of that from the Hater. He's one of the pioneers that started the movement for us.
That's nice. So talk about that, Jason. You're so quiet. And I know, fam, that you be making major moves in Memphis. Not only, was your podcast one of the first that I saw, period. You also, like Jay said, you've been battling for so long that you were definitely one of the first people that we thought of, Forrest and I, when we talked about how we wanted this show to go down. Your name came up first because you are, OG in the street battle rap game. So can you talk about how you started being so helpful, instrumental in getting young cats or, like Jay and yourself, to do it and opened up the scene in Memphis to do it?
Well, several years back, in the midst of the rise of Memphis rap, as it pertains to people like 3 6 Mafia and Yo Gotti, back in the day, we also had a scene of, just kind of some people who like to rhyme, more so in a different style. And there was a lot of venues for people to do poetry, blues, and gangster rap, but there wasn't a lot of venues for people to do the type of rap that we do.
And what do you call that? Memphis rap?
Huh?
What would you call it? Memphis rap?
I wouldn't know. So we call it Memphis hop.
What?
Yeah.
Right. Do y'all really? Memphis.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Memphis.
It's more. Right. It's more so Memphis. It's more.
Memphis, guys. We learned a new word.
Yeah, my guy, the Mighty Queen coined the term, but it's kind of more so on the lines of an alternative Memphis rap, as opposed to the mainstream of what's real popular. So I did battle, but the battle thing was just more so what you had to do as an MC. But we got into throwing our own shows and we had to throw our own shows because there was not a lot of people providing the type of shows that we did ourselves.
So you became a show promoter, more or less, by necessity.
Well, yes, somewhat, yeah, by necessity, because I just wanted to rap, and so I just through the show, got the venue, got the DJs, and got other people who wanted to rhyme and rap together, and we just did a whole bunch of shows. Still doing it to this day.
That's love. I can't wait to get out there and come see him. All right, EmoeDa Great, where your partner?
Right now I've been texting him and calling him. He just like not answering like the last 10 minutes. I don't know.
What's that?
No
Never again,
shit
bro.
talking unless it's in rhyme. This is all love. And
Nah,
he didn't say nothing.
I wasn't saying nothing.
Jay, you don't even talk shit. You are like the nicest person in real life. You don't even curse in your rhymes. Is that, and like Kurupt said, well, maybe he ought, but is that why that choice? Is it your mom because you're so close to mom?
Nah, I don't cuss in regular conversation.
Right. So you're like the Sinbad of rap.
Well, I'm just lazy.
Well, shit rhymes with quit and hit and fit. I'm confused.
Well, now I don't cuss because it's a long story. It's kind of,
well, we got time.
Right now,
how long is the dang story? 5 months.
Let me tell you this. Follow me here, right? So in preschool, my guy Philip fought in a cuss. I heard him cuss, so I started cussing. I cussed about a week. But Tony down the street said, "Ooh, I'm gonna tell your daddy." So I prayed to God. I said, "God, if Tony don't tell my daddy, I promise not to cuss again until I'm 16." So when I got 16, everybody and their mama was cussing. I said, "Well, too many people cussing. I don't want to be like everybody else." So that's why I don't cuss.
I like that story. Yay! You are a strong man, and I bet you cry too, don't you? You cry too. Oh, he said if it hurt. Oh, Jason. So, he's a good one, guy. Ladies. Somebody better lock that one up. I don't know what y'all Memphis ladies waiting on. I saw one little lady was at your house the other day. She was cute. And I don't want to put you on blast or nothing. So, I don't know. All right. So
I think you already did put him on blast.
Do you want to get started, Emo? Or, you want to give your friend 5 more minutes? Or, hey, I don't know what to say. I know this ain't your hometown. That's what it is. It's hard when Forrest has a hard time finding love in LA as well. Because, the majority of our guests, you see, are from Memphis. Because, when you at home, you got your peeps. I like your background. It looks really, really nice. It's a lot. I like it. The way you, giving yourself some, your background. It looks nice.
Oh, mine?
Yes. Emo.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that's my girl. She
I like it. I like it. That's nice. She hooked it up. See Chi talking about his curtains. That looks nice right there. So y'all want to go ahead and you want to see if you can hold your own. I'm not saying you can't because I'm sure you can. I ain't worried about it. If you want to, Jay, you want to start this party off?
Oh man, I'm good I'm good whenever y'all want me. I'm good. I'm
okay.
Good
well, Derek, who went first last?
Let my man Jay go.
Jay,
my man Jay shining right now.
Jay discreet. Jay discreet or Jay son?
Jay, the one with the gold chain.
Okay.
Right, Jay. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, the man has spoken.
No, so is any rules I need to know about, or just do me?
No rules. Except the music. Do you have the music?
I do.
Okay.
Can
do you
y'all
want
hear
to play
the music?
It yourself?
Yeah, I got it. Can y'all hear it?
I can hear
I
you.
hear you.
Do y'all hear the music at all?
Turn it up.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it right.
Well, you look right.
There you go.
Y'all hear it good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we good. All right. Yeah. Chi-Town, Mississippi. I appreciate y'all having me too.
Hold up. It doesn't
Okay.
sound. It doesn't sound. It's coming in and going out. Let me see. Forrest is gonna show me how to play it right here on Chrome. Oh, Q. Oh, the Q. Okay. This right here. Make it.
What about this? Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Okay, all right. And y'all can hear, I'm gonna have to lean like this so it's in my speaker.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me try this. Forrest swears this might work. Wait a minute, Jay. Hold up. Let me try this. Forrest says it's. Can you hear it?
I can. Is it gonna have any delay or anything? Or y'all good?
If you can feel it, you think it'll have delay, he's asking.
I don't ask for shit unless it's old. Yeah, I can't hear it. It's
okay, then you do yours.
Okay, yeah.
Because at least you can hear it.
Yeah. Is that better right there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't ask for shit unless it's old. Respect is given when it's showed. I use my future to beat my past. I use the bullshit to feed my grass. I use the haters to keep me strong. Confidence is my cologne. I guess that's why my haters look so stressed. Because when I'm around, I smell like success. They can't win because I won't lose. I mean, I could, but I refuse. If I was trapped in a fucking casket, I would knock on wood till I got loose. I got issues, so much pride. But for my fam, I'm gonna ride. Even though I got a lot to lose, when it's about my family, I'm a bust a move. I rather ask forgiveness than ask for loans. I don't want to owe nobody. And I swear I'd take a nigga there. I hope I don't have to show nobody. Nobody got no fake shit on me. I was real before I even know what that means. And I know we all got people we lost. So, you know, I got to be real all costs. Because nowadays, everybody want to rap. Niggas talk shit, everybody got to scrap. Even little kids with the shit, they don't want to get hit. Don't nobody want to jack. Snapshots, no photo. I go hard. No promo, freestyle. Mr. Nice J ain't here no more. You don't want to crash, I hurt you. I pour a splash of that purple in my Sprite. Then I light my blunt and get high as the pants on the Urkel. I jump your ass like a hurdle. Gold medal, track and field. So good with this shit. I wonder if this how that package feel. I would say that I like the fame that I'm getting, but I don't. See, it's fucked up when every stage wants you, except the stage that you want. And I'm in and out of my town, out here on my own. I scraped the plate till it's gone, and I made a way on my own. And this here is all off the dome. And I like the way that I spit. I hate the weight. I'm eating good, gaining weight in this bitch. Yeah, I think that's enough for my first little go round. I don't know how many rounds y'all got me doing. I got to keep coming to time.
We'll see. Emo, I like that. I like your flow. I like your laid back flow. You're very laid back and articulate. And even though it's funky, there's still intelligence. You know, intelligence and hood, a little gangster to your intelligence. You're not just like intelligent. You're very you're gangster intelligence. Derek?
I like it, man. I see where you was going. You know what I mean? I like your style.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I like how he found that hook too. It was a nice little hook. And nowadays niggas want to rap. Like I can see that being like, you know, the hook.
Yeah.
Okay, Emo, what you do with the track? Let's hear what you got.
See, I didn't even get to practice or
Okay,
anything.
you know what? You
Cause I thought
really,
old guy was gonna.
really
I'm
are
gonna go in.
not making. Aren't you? Where you from again? Mississippi too, right? Where you from? Arkansas. Where you from? In the South.
For me, I'm from South Carolina.
South Carolina. How
That's
can
what's
I
up.
forget that? That's where I'm
Yeah.
from.
You from South Carolina?
Yeah, originally my peoples are my blood.
Oh, okay. Word.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
married, right?
Yeah,
Outside of
already.
Columbia. Yeah. Ah,
Oh,
so,
word. That's what's
so
up.
so
Yeah.
that's why you
Okay.
fam. We probably related. So
Hey, you never know.
that's clear. So what you got? Can you go off the dome? Because it seemed to me like Jay Discreet went off the. Wait a minute, why they call you
Let's
Discreet?
go.
I like the way you got it spelled.
Yeah, so first off, I spell it like we say it down here because we country. We say discreet, like get out the street, get your kids out the street.
Oh, so
like,
it's not
also,
like discreet, like you got something to hide, but more like in the street.
It was that. Yeah, it was that too. Like I started out doing open mic battles. Yeah, and I left home early. I left home young, so I was like slick living out of my car. So at the rap battles, you can't let people know that because that's ammunition to use at the rap battle.
Yeah,
so it was like I was.
So y'all real with y'all battling. Y'all do the homework on each other and find places to go to the abyss. So someone be like, "Yeah, nigga, that's why you in the streets because you in the street," you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It ain't even got to be homework. It might just be something that come across during the time that you rapping, and they ain't really seek that out. But if they find that out, then
so
you know, if you going off the head, you ain't gonna hold it.
Have you won many battles?
Actually, yeah, that's what made me start recording. Like I won one battle. It was a weekly battle. I won it so many times, they wouldn't let me battle no more. They said, you got to come in here with some music. You got to come perform. You can't battle no more.
Right.
And they made me start going to the studio.
Good for you. Yeah. Great for you. So when it is really like a battle then, I see, because it kind of reminds me of two politicians when they get up and debate each other. So a lot of times they will find dirt on each other to just take you out of your head, out of your game real quick, to throw some salt in your eye, you know. So I have a lot of respect for you guys. I mean, I already did, but I think that street battle world is a whole nother thing. And that's what we're trying to bring some of that to the forum for them. All right, Emo, did you think of anything to say?
We just gonna go, man.
Okay.
All right, let's get it.
I like this beat, D.
Yeah, it's different. Let's get it. It's the forum, man. You already know what's going on, man. Yeah. Big dog status when I step out. The red carpet let out. The doors lift up, then I get out. I try to tell them niggas on the shit now. The rappers shooting bricks now. And I'm still waiting on the rebound. I know that you can see now. These niggas acting C now. On who they want to be now. I came straight from G-Town. These niggas can't be down. I'm really KD now. I play through them screens now. I'm knocking them threes down. Moved out to Cali. I made this shit happen in rapping. Try to tell them I ain't capping. Try to tell them I ain't acting. But if you buy action, then my niggas get the clapping. Oh yeah, I been on the road. It took me some time to perfect the flow. I made me enough, but I still want some more. I made me enough, but I'm still on some more. First, I'm gonna run it up, counting all these hundreds. I got paper cuts, not gonna spend the profit till I double up. We gonna hit them all and we gonna fuck it up. Came a long way from them bandos. Now I make legit money off doing shows. These haters gonna hate, but it's how it go. With college ballin', now I'm in the pros. Yeah, boss status. We gonna spend a check and then we gonna go get it right back. A year from now, I'ma take over the game and start selling these hustle block 50 stack. When you on your shit, stay in tunnel vision. Can't let negative get in your way. They gonna try to knock you off your pedestal. So keep them leeches out your face. I come up from nothing. Now I'm making some money. I used to be starving. Now we shine hard in public. I came up from nothing. I swear we be stunting. Them 20, them 50, them 100, we counting a whole lot of money. Shit. You feel me? That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole other way to approach a song. I love it. You know, I loved your laid back flow and where you were going with it. And then you brought a whole nother energy. Your energy is very infectious, Emo. You're great. You're definitely a star. Jason?
Yeah.
Oh, Derek? Okay. I'm sorry.
Nah.
What's up, D?
Derek?
What's going on? Nah, you definitely got that energy, man. You know what I mean? Definitely bringing a whole different flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and for you not to rehearse, you did your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just something, you know, just in my head, playing around.
You know, you did that.
Appreciate it, bro.
Both y'all did that.
Yeah, I like your flow, bro. You dope as fuck, bro.
I like your flow too. Very laid back. Very much Pimp C and them. Like that. I mean that in the most highest way. Very
that's how I took it.
Right.
It's like real pimpish. You feel me?
Pimpish. Yes. You're not there yet. Or that little piece was just you showing a first rounder. But I see where you're going with that, because God bless him. There's none like or ever will be, but you that's your direction, and I appreciate it. That lean, you put a lean on your rhyme. I love it. Your style. Jason, are you competing or are you just sending Jay?
I'm just here, so I won't get
okay.
Managing. Okay, so I think Jay said he was expecting 2 rounds. So go half of what you want. Oh, you good?
I think we should keep it for next week.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I mean?
Yeah, because my
we like a soap opera over here, y'all. We gonna keep Who Killed JR running as long as y'all keep watching. We will keep bringing new talent, new rappers, and I'm just a softie. There's no way I'm gonna get rid of any of these brothers. They look at Jason.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait for
baby. Come on, y'all. That's just more beautiful men's. For you. I'm not.
And I gotta bring my people. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, blame him for anything.
My guest had some technical difficulties as well.
Right.
So we'll all show up. Same sandbox. Go ahead, Jay. What's going on, darling?
Hey, the guy. What's that guy? An actor? What's his name? Chris. What's the gentleman name?
There he is.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm glad you came back. Did you have a question for him, or you just wanted to know his name?
I did. His face looks very familiar. I think I just seen him.
He's an actor, yes, and a prince. He's
okay.
A prince.
Okay.
Jason.
Oh, wow.
He's the prince.
So. All right.
Right.
Yeah. So the farm.
Yeah.
We've got royalty. Sipping my tea.
I'm with it.
Okay. So did you have any questions? Anybody have a question for Chris? Anybody out there have a question for Chris? I miss you too, Jason. Anybody have a question for any of us? Anybody out there know? Anyone? Derek? Anybody want to know anything from our handsome? Well, y'all wouldn't worry about that. But ladies, anybody want to know anything from Chris, Jason about Africa? Yes, he would not mind you promoting a rap show in Africa. He would be open to that.
That's major.
Right.
Chris?
Absolutely.
That's I haven't been to Africa yet. That's a place where I want to settle at. I'm going to move.
Fun. Chris, if you have any rapper friends out here from Africa, you did mention that the rap scene in Ghana is huge. It's growing every day, you said. If you know any
Narco Diaz, Stoneboy, Shatta Wale, we got all these guys.
Taco Diaz?
Sarko Diaz.
Saco Diaz. Okay.
Paula, you killing me. I love it.
Okay. But if you know any of those people or know anyone from Africa that would like to show out on the forum, because it's for us.
Yeah.
And I'm all about bringing our people back to our people because we are one, y'all. What Jay?
Oh, Mr. Chris,
Prince Chris Jason, Prince Chris.
Chris, I recognize you from a movie where you that you had a friend who came. You was married. You had a friend that I'm getting old. My mind ain't the same. But you were a doctor. Okay. It was at the end, the lady ended up with the money or something. I can't remember. I have seen a couple. No. You were being stalked by a lady that wasn't a real lady, but she came to life. Is that right?
Oh. You know what? How many movies do you go? No, wait a minute. No, it was okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Which one was it? Was it the one that was a lady that wasn't a real lady that came to life, or was it the other thing you was talking about? Which movie was it? Would a real Chris please speak up and tell us which movie were you in?
Yeah, I think you talking about Sylvia. I think you talking about one of the movies. I think it might be Sylvia, where the lady came to life.
Okay, so tell us about Sylvia and tell us where we can find you next, because Jason is definitely a movie connoisseur. He's constantly giving my husband and I great movies to watch. So if it must be a good film. Sylvia, where can we find it? On Amazon?
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, check out Sylvia. It's on Netflix. It's on Amazon. Sylvia SYLVIA, and just let me know what you think.
I will.
There you go.
I'm so glad you came, cutie pie. Ladies, keep showing love to Mr. Chris Attoh. Where can we find you and give us your whatever?
Right. You can find me on Instagram. It's at Chris Attoh. You can also check out
ATTOH, ladies and gentlemen.
ATTOH. Check out Paula and myself on A House Divided on UMC, well now called All Black Entertainment.
And we're in fifth season now, guys. We're shooting 5th season. Congratulations on our job. And I heard you got made series regular. Or more episodes, whatever that means.
More coming up. I want to definitely encourage Jay, Discreet, like all of you guys, because one thing's certain, right? One of the ways that we speak our truth is through this, and I'm already seeing how much talent. So I'm gonna say, to all of you guys, like just keep hammering it and homing it down, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on bigger platforms and bigger stages.
Don't go nowhere yet, Chris. Jay, okay. Where can we find you?
Well, I'm easy. All my social media, everything is the same name. Jay Discreet, spelled just like that. Discreet is one word. DASKREET. Jay Discreet.
And you have some music out. You were mentioning you have music out.
Oh man, I have so much music out. So everywhere you listen to music, I'm there.
Right.
Whether it be YouTube, Apple, whatever, Tidal, whatever you're doing, I'm there.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Derek and a new beat, Emo, Jason, and Chris. I just want you to stay, Chris. Take your hands from out in front of your face, because this is the closing shot. I love you all. This is all for you. Get back in there. Where'd you go? There we go. There we go. Bye.